Coming up, an update on Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh.
And later, construction yet again. Find out the newest addition to Iowa City.
I'll tell you about one Iowa volleyball player who's killing it on the court.
And how is Iowa basketball team rebounding from their disappointing season? We have all of that and more coming up in sports.
A forecast so moist, I'm gonna need my umbrella to tell you all about it. Stay tuned for weather.
All that and more coming up.
Don't click away, it all starts now. Good morning and thank you for tuning in on this Tuesday morning edition of DITV. I'm Anthony Caligiuri.
And I'm Becca Scadden. We start this morning with the latest in the confirmation of Brett Kavanaugh. Last night, Brett Kavanaugh was sworn into the Supreme Court. Kavanaugh was confirmed over the weekend in a 50-48 vote, a result that sparked much controversy as Kavanaugh was facing allegations of sexual misconduct. At the ceremonial swearing in, President Trump addressed the crowd, apologizing to Kavanaugh and his family. Trump went on to say that Kavanaugh had been proven innocent under scrutiny.
After a tweet from Ohio University's Interfraternity Council regarding sexual assault awareness went viral, UISG and Iowa fraternity and sorority life have teamed up to spark their own conversation. The original tweet by Ohio's council read, #MyFraternity at Ohio University means supporting survivors. Banners were posted around campus with sayings such as "Stand with survivors" and "It is not consent if they are too afraid to say no." The project is still in its early stages, but the UI Women's Resource and Action Center has expressed support on the new initiative as they hope it will spark a change in campus safety.
The psychology department is receiving a new home on Iowa's campus. DITV News reporter Susanna Kloster was at the groundbreaking yesterday and has all the details for us here.
Actually really exciting.
That's how many students are feeling about psychology getting a new home on Iowa's campus.
I think having this new building is going to be a huge resource for students on campus, just because things are a little scattered right now, and then this will just be one central location where we'll feel like we have like a home on campus. Proud to go there, have a lot more space to actually study, get together with other psych students instead of kind of hodgepodging our way around other buildings on campus.
Seashore Hall has had various departments in it throughout its lifetime, but it has been home to the psychology department since the late 1920s.
Prospective students are coming to the University of Iowa and they're looking at it, and many are interested in psychology. We kind of avoid taking them over into Seashore Hall because it's not really a selling point for the department. But with the new building, I think it's going to be amazing for recruiting new students.
The new building is located just beside Old Seashore Hall and is projected to be finished by January 2020. It will be complete with collaboration spaces for students, cutting-edge laboratories, and high-tech classrooms. Reporting from Seashore Hall, I'm Susanna Kloster, DITV News.
Well, Anthony, it seems like it has been rainy and dreary in Iowa for weeks now.
You're right, Becca. We don't know what's kind of going on here with the weather, and we hope it kind of gets sorted out soon. We have Kennedy Cook standing by in the weather studio to tell us more. Kennedy?
Before we get into this week's rainy forecast, I have a few updates concerning Hurricane Michael and the Iowa City area. First, an update on Hurricane Michael. This hurricane continues to intensify as we enter the warm waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Holding maximum sustained winds at 80 miles per hour, Category 1, Hurricane Michael's forecast is to reach a major Category 3 within the next 24 hours as it travels towards the Florida area. The storm is becoming much better organized as the wind shear starts to relax. Tropical storm force winds extend outward 175 miles from its center and hurricane force winds out to 35 miles. A shift to the northeast area is expected as well, a slight increase in speed in the evening. Moving on to a more local yet still damp forecast, there is a possible flash flood warning throughout the afternoon. Periodic showers and thunderstorms are expected across the area through the afternoon with localized rainfall amounts of 1 to 3 possible. Additionally, most rivers and creeks are already in moderate to major flood. This additional rainfall would worsen the ongoing flooding. More heavy rainfall is possible tonight until Wednesday ahead of a strong cold front. And additionally, flood watch may be needed during this time. I really just wanted to say, rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Well, that day is today. That's right, guys. Today we will see a high of 80 degrees with scattered thunderstorms in the morning. At night, we will see a low of 64 degrees with a possibility of heavy rainfall. Taking a look into our extended forecast, we will see morning thunderstorms with temperatures in the high 60s during the day and low 30s at night. Thursday brings us partly cloudy skies with highs in the 40s during the day and lows in the 30s. The following day, we will see a high of 49 degrees during the day and 30s at night. And we will be ending the week how we started with temperatures in the 50s during the day and 40s at night. Well, there you have it, Iowa City. I encourage you all to stay dry, and I will see you next week.
University of Iowa students, Iowa community members, and members of the Native American Coalition of the Quad Cities gathered last night to hold a vigil for all missing murdered and Indigenous women in America. University senior Dawson Davenport organized the event in hopes that fellow students will join his cause and seek justice for Indigenous people. Everyone at the vigil was invited to speak or share their condolences for the families of murdered or missing Indigenous women, such as Celia Barquin Orozamena, the golfer from Iowa State University who was found dead last month.
To raise awareness, to talk about it, is very important. It helps these families who don't have that outlet or who don't have that courage to come out and speak. And so I felt that it was very important that I, use my little platform to do that.
Who have the power to do things, stop and listen to us. I know they have work that they've done in the past for other missing people. We want that to happen to our people too. So background, color of skin shouldn't matter. We're all human, and if we work the same way diligently and support one another, I think we can make a major difference.
A lifetime of fighting for gender equity, former UI student and UI Director of Women's Athletics, Christine Grant, has helped pave the way for change. With more is Daily Iowan reporter Brooklyn Drazy in the newsroom.
Christine Grant has led a life of groundbreaking moments. After moving to Canada from Scotland, she helped create the first Women's Field Hockey League and the National Canadian Field Hockey Association. Then she came to the University of Iowa, where she studied and helped make Title IX what it is today. Title IX is a federal law stating that no college can discriminate based on sex. She studied in the Graduate College of Physical Education, got her degree there, and then became the first UI Women's Athletic Director. She taught for 50 years and then retired in 2006. She's still in contact with students today and said educating people has been her greatest honor. You can read more at thedailyiowan.com.
Thank you, Brooklyn. You can find more on Grant in today's edition of the Daily Iowan. Well, Anthony, women's basketball season doesn't start here for a couple weeks, but men's basketball season's about to kick off.
You're right, Becca. Our sports staff went out yesterday to the media day for basketball, and we have Tanner and Declan standing by in the sports studio to tell us all about it. Guys?
Thanks, guys. Well, Tanner, the Iowa basketball fans hopefully have a lot to look forward to this year.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this season and can't wait to see what Iowa basketball produces.
Well, yesterday we heard from Iowa basketball for the first time in months following last year's disappointing season.
But the team is choosing to use last year as a building block for this season.
Knowing the season we had last year, because we had the talent to be there, but talent can only take you so far. Like we said plenty of times last season, and but like we keep saying, it takes those failures sometimes to overcome a lot of adversity to try to get to the next level. And we really put our head down and worked this offseason.
The critical thing is to take ownership of it and recognize that change has to be made to a man, and that's coaches, players, everybody, starters, subs. We all have to be in it together and recognize that every day we've got to be better.
Some of those changes that we've seen already include Coach McCaffrey shifting the focus at practice to defense.
Hopefully that'll show when the Hawks are back on the court in a month. Well, Iowa volleyball beat number 6 Wisconsin on Saturday for the first time since 2009. There's one player in particular who made a difference on the court.
Hawkeye volleyball has had a strong start to the season with a 10-6 record, and the Big Ten is arguably the best conference in volleyball. But Iowa has despite not starting until week 3, Hoy has been a spark in a Hawkeye lineup that has been looking for kill production.
Callie Hoy. Just can't say enough about her and how great she's been to our program, and really a kid that's been from the grassroots up inside of our program and sat on the bench for 2 years and was a big part of the bench press and the excitement and energy coming from the sideline, and now she's on the court bringing that same excitement and energy and leading us with 30 kills. What a Herculean effort by her, but also the whole team.
Kill after kill after kill. Callie Hoy has 218 kills on the young season. Callie cannot take all of the credit for her unbelievable breakout season. She talks about the chemistry with her best friend on and off the court, setter Brior.
We're best friends off the court, so coming on the court, not much of a difference. I think that over the years and like just playing more and more with her, we're getting a better connection, and that's really helping.
Callie Hoy has flat out had an unbelievable season so far, and tonight she had 30 kills against the number 6 team in the nation in Wisconsin. Can't count out the Hawkeyes moving forward. For DITV Sports, this is Declan Levy.
Declan, I know you were working the game Saturday, but I was there in the crowd, and it was just an unbelievable atmosphere.
It really was, and up next, the volleyball team heads away, and then they're back against Purdue.
One Hawkeye was able to play in his home state this weekend.
Yeah, it was senior Amani Hooker. He was crowned homecoming king on the Gophers' big day, with Moore's DITV sports director, Bo Bowman.
Last week, the Iowa football team spoiled Minnesota's homecoming, beating the Gophers 48-31.
And anytime you went on the road, there's nothing easy about that. So coming in here and playing in a tough environment, just really proud of our guys. And it's great that our guys had to fight hard. We knew that was going to be the case.
But Minnesota wasn't the only one celebrating a homecoming. Iowa's only active player from Minnesota, Amani Hooker, celebrated a homecoming too.
It was good, be back in Minnesota, family to come watch you play one more game in Minnesota. It was good to have everyone there.
And he went all out trying to get as many of his friends and family members at the game as possible.
I know he's been scrambling for tickets from other players because he's got a lot of family and friends coming. I think it probably adds a little extra motivation. He wants to go out there and play his best game, and we want to do that for him because, like you said, he's playing it from his home family and friends, and he'll have a lot more people there in person.
Especially you going back home, you got a little chip on your shoulder. I know a lot of guys, when we played Iowa State, the guys from Iowa definitely had a chip on their shoulder. So it's the same thing for me, just go up there and compete.
Hooker had 3 tackles on the day and 2 passes defended, and his group of defensive backs picked off the Gophers 4 times.
We have all faith in both our corners and anyone's on the field. So when they're out there, we knew they were going to make plays, and they did that.
Reporting from TCF Bank Stadium, Bo Bowman, DITV Sports.
So good for him to be back at home to play right before he graduates.
And that's it from us in the sports studio. Come back tomorrow for a special look at how the NBA draft process changed Tyler Cook.
And to hear from the football trip as they prepare for a cross-division game against Indiana, Becca and Anthony, back to you.
Former first daughter Barbara Bush is now a newlywed. The 36-year-old married screenwriter Craig Lewis Kanye in a secret ceremony over the weekend.
The bride walked down the aisle alongside her father, former President George W. Bush, while her grandfather, former President George H.W. Bush, watched nearby.
Barbara's twin sister Jenna said the couple married in Maine to be close to their grandfather. Kanye also proposed to his Bush in the same spot where his grandparents got engaged. And thank you for tuning into this Tuesday morning edition of DITV.
Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all your latest news.
If that is enough of the Daily Iowan for you, be sure to head over to our website at dailyiowan.com or check out the paper on newsstands now. For DITV, I'm Anthony Caligiuri.
And I'm Becca Scadden. Have a great day, Iowa City. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place.